Tameron Ferguson, electric player. First and foremost, he led Minnesota in points scored, points per game, with 35.4 points per game. Also put up 5 rebounds and 5 assists. And a stat that really poked out was 5 steals, almost 6 steals a game. So not only is he giving you a bucket for sure 30 a game, he's also going to defend, playing the passing lanes, getting up the floor. Opened the season with 51, and he really reminds me of another player we did, C.J. Armstrong, and these two went back and forth almost, I think, going back and forth for who was going to lead the state in the scoring title for the season. But he had 2 50-point games, 8 40-point games, 13 30-point games, 4 20-point games, and just like CJ, only scored double digits twice or under 20 twice with 2 17-point games. At a career high and led the school record versus Corey with 53 points, had 45 on St. Cloud Apollo, 48 on Brainerd, 42 on Maple Grove, and 42 versus Detroit Lakes in the section semis. Had a good little run, ended up losing in the section finals to a good Alexandria team. But holds a school record in points, steals, and eclipsed 2,000 points in his career. But like I said, led the state in points per game, total points, and steals. And he's going to Augustana for college, and I can't wait to see what this young man's going to do at that level. So we're going to be looking for you, and shouts out to you on a hell of a season.
Oh, that's your old stomping ground, Malik.
Oh, yeah, Augustana, yeah, for sure. Shout out. But, yeah, Alexandria, we had covered Grayson Grove last episode, real good big man going to the U. And then they also have Woolley, who's coming up next year. He's a rising senior, so we'll probably be checking back in with them. But Alexandria seemed to be pretty good recently, stringing together a lot of good seasons. So, yep, that was Tameron. And then who you got, LD?
I got Jack Robison from Lakeville North, lefty, 6'6", shooter. Had a very good season this year. He averaged 21.8. Shot well over 50%. Well, not well over, but he shot over 50%. Shot over 36% from 3, so that's always good. That'll translate to the next level for him. I love his game, watching him. He's smooth out there. He got great feet work. Always in attack mode. That's a good thing to be. Just straight in attack mode when he catches. Soon he's looking at the basket, looking at triple threat, looking to get to a spot, get that shot up. So he's going to Wisconsin next year. He'll meet up with Daniel Freitag. And I believe Nolan, what's his name, Nolan Winter, from a couple years ago, was playing at Lakeville with him. Don't quote me that, but I believe his name is Nolan Winter.
Oh, okay.
And he's also at Wisconsin, so he'll meet up with an old teammate of his. And sure, I think they'll be very good next year in that Big Ten, so we'll look to see what they can do.
Yeah, Wisconsin always taking Minnesota players. Still taking Minnesota players.
Sure.
But, yeah, I don't blame them. But, yeah, so that was the 2 from the boys' side, and we're going to stay on Lakeville. They got some more good players on the girls' side. So, first we had Gabbie Betton. She was a senior. She'll be going to Loyola, Maryland next year. D1 out there in the East Coast. So, good luck to her out there. But looking at her stat line, she had multiple 20-point games. She's a guard, kind of like a combo guard, from what I've seen, but very in control of her game. Some of the highlight games is 28 against Burnsville, 23 against Rosemount, and then she had a 20-point game against Prior Lake. But just overall a good player. And from what I know, she was playing with another Division I player. Who you got, Wayne?
Oh, man, we got Trinity Wilson, man. And she's going to Vanderbilt next year, I believe, right?
Yep,
she's going to Vanderbilt next year, man. She actually, one thing I told you I hate about how we do most of our stats is we only really see points for some reason. Like, it depends on what your school is, who's putting them in. But, looking at her scoring, clearly she ain't got no problem doing that. So, dropped 22 on Providence Academy. Let me read off some of her game eyes. She dropped 23 on Eden Prairie. Dropped 21 on Prior Lake. Dropped 26 on New Prague. So she just seems like she's a scorer. Like I said, it's hard to kind of, really go off of the assists and stuff like that because we didn't get to see. So I'm sure that she's going to be real successful next year at Vanderbilt. And, just shout out to the state that's just been producing good talent.
Yep. And 3 players from Lakeville alone. So, yep, as Wayne said, good talent. And we're going to always rep Minnesota being the basketball state. So, yeah, we're going to keep looking out. So that was a radar.